Now, what is the real worth of 75 US dollars? In America, it could fill a gas tank or pay for a family's casual dinner out. But in typical African villages, 75 US dollars can help a family break out of the cycle of poverty, according to an African advocate. The Nigerian-American devotes his life to creating sustainable solutions for impoverished people in sub-Saharan Africa, one village at a time. Here's VOA's McKitterick.
On a recent morning, Chris Ebulem received sad reports and photos from Sierra Leone's capital, Freetown.
The heavy rains with landslides and mudslides had buried a lot of homes right outside Freetown, and that a lot of deaths had occurred. In between, we have heard about 500 bodies recovered, 600 bodies.
Ebulem and his volunteer organization, Action Africa, quickly rallied people into action to help survivors of the disaster.
Those are medical supplies that we received from some companies and individuals and local hospitals here. We also do have some packets of clothing that were donated by area residents and people who have migrated from Africa to this place, plus some food items.
Emergency relief efforts for African countries are just part of what Action Africa does. Ebulem founded the nonprofit organization in 2000 in Washington to help new African immigrants smoothly assimilate into American society. And more importantly, Ebulem says, to inspire them to reach back to their African roots and help villagers to become self-sufficient.
We want to start with the health program, so that people are able to rise to their feet, be well enough to have a voice. Then we go into the educational part, so that the children and their parents will know a little bit better to pursue their goals. And we want to empower the adults with a micro-enterprise support program.
Ebulem says the group especially focuses on empowering women.
Because in the African family setting, women tend to be the ones at the core of the activities. Women are very grounded, hard-working entrepreneurs, and we know that when we work with them, they tend to pull their community up much faster.
Ebulem says it takes very little by American standards for a woman to start a business.
$75 is enough capital for someone in a village in Nigeria to start a local business in a relatively short time. This woman who has received $75 is able to employ a second person, maybe a third, and by saving some money to compensate them enough for them to start their own business across town.
Before coming to the U.S. from Nigeria to earn his master's and doctoral degrees in cultural studies and theology, Ebulem had an opportunity to travel all across Africa.
It's remembering what I had seen and encountered and lived through my visits through much of Africa that led me to think that there is more to me succeeding here.
Ebulem plans to expand his programs in Nigeria and Sierra Leone to other African countries. He says it's not necessary to go out there with some grandiose plan, but rather to be ready to make a small but meaningful difference. For producer June So, I'm Molly McKitterick, VOA News, Washington.